Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to David's life. We're in 2 Samuel chapter 16 this morning, and David is running. His own son Absalom has taken the throne in the city, and the king who once walked in with his head high is now fleeing, barefoot, crying, with his face covered as he runs for his life. Along the road, a man named Shimei goes up on a hill above him and starts throwing rocks at David. Shimei is from Saul's own family. And as far as he's concerned, David stole the throne, and along the way, he killed his family. He knows who David is. He knows what he's doing. He calls David a murderer and a violent man. He throws stones and dirt at the king of Israel. One of David's men, a soldier named Abishai, asks if he can go up the hill and cut off Shimei's head. And David says, no, leave him alone. Let him curse. And he tells Abishai why. He tells him his own son already wants him dead. So why would he be shocked that this man does too? And there's more to it than that. David wonders out loud if the Lord put Shimei up to this, if the cursing itself might be something God is doing to him on purpose because of his sin. So he lets it happen. And he says one more thing, maybe the Lord will see that he's being wronged and bless him because of it. So my friends, what do you do with someone like that, Shimei? What do you do when he knows what he's doing and every rock he throws hits a place that reminds David of his past failures? That question goes deeper than Shimei, doesn't it? It helps us to see what forgiveness actually is. Because I think many people use that word forgiveness without really understanding it. If someone bumps into you in a hallway and steps on your foot, you don't really need to forgive them. They didn't mean to hurt you. It was an accident. They say sorry, you accept it, and you both move on. But now imagine a friend lies to you. He tells you a story to cover up what he genuinely chose to do. Later you find out the truth. That was an accident. He made a choice, and that choice hurt you deeply. Now something is broken between you, and he won't fix on its own. See, Shimei was like that. He didn't slip or lose control. He chose to go up the hill. He chose his words, and he knew David's past, and he used it to hurt him anyway. David was already in pain because of his son, and Shimei added more pain on purpose. It's like throwing salt on a wound. That's not an accident. He was intentional. So when someone does wrong to you, forgiveness means choosing to let go of what they did, even though the hurt is there and doesn't go away on its own. This is where people get stuck. And there's more than one way it happens. Some people say, it's nothing. They say it's fine, forget it, no big deal, when it isn't fine, and it is a big deal. They just push it down and it keeps building up over time. Some people try to manage forgiveness. They keep the peace, keep smiling, keep being nice, and quietly decide they'll never trust that person again, even though they never say it out loud. And some people, they push it down. They push it down so far that they try to believe it never happened. But then they wonder why they feel so upset every time they hear that person's name years later. You see, none of that is forgiveness. Listen to how Paul says it to the church in Colossae. Paul says, make allowance for each other's faults and forgive anyone who offends you. Remember, the Lord forgave you, so you must forgive others. Colossians 3:13 from the Living Translation, New Living Translation. Notice what Paul doesn't say. He doesn't say God just looked at the other way, ignoring sin. No. Paul says God forgave sin. The sin is still there, but instead of making us pay for it, he paid it himself. Forgiveness always costs something, while excusing doesn't. Excusing makes the wrong smaller than it actually is, while forgiveness sees the wrong for what it is and then chooses not to hold it against the person. So here's what this looks like for you. When someone hurts you and you feel the urge to just brush it off or push it down, stop for a second. Ask yourself, am I just excusing this or am I actually forgiving it? David let Shimei live that day on the road, but the wrong didn't go away just because David walked past it. In fact, years later, as he was dying, David still remembered it. The wrong was still there. Someone still had to deal with it. And that's exactly what happened on a hill outside Jerusalem 1,000 years later. But this time, it wasn't David being insulted. It was Jesus. He was hanging on a cross where everyone could see him, and the people below him said things like Shimei did. Liar, fake. If you're honestly the king, come down and prove it. And Jesus didn't stop them. He stayed up there and took it on purpose, all the way to a death he didn't deserve. My friends, maybe you feel like that this morning. Maybe someone hurt you and it still feels like they owe you something. Maybe you've been saying it's fine because it hurts to talk about it. Or maybe you're the one who did the wrong and you know it. Whoever you are, here's what's true. Jesus didn't wait for people to change their behavior first. He saw all of it and chose to pay for it anyway, fully, before anyone asked him. So what's stopping you from doing, in some small way, what Jesus has already done for you? Forgiveness starts there, doesn't it? My friends, God bless you. Have amazing worship on Sunday, and I'll see you soon.